We have just compiled a list of the 15 most demanded neighborhoods in the Portland metro. Some of that might be in Washington too. So if you want to know those 15 most demanded neighborhoods, then stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Jackson Ray Wilkey.
And Jesse Ray Dow.
And we are the Real Agent Now group right here in the Portland metro. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to learn everything about working, eating, sleeping, living, and playing in the most demanded neighborhoods in Vancouver and in Portland, Oregon, then start now by subscribing to this channel and tap that little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. We are getting so many phone calls, emails, text messages, and we absolutely love it. If you are even thinking about moving or relocating anywhere in Southwest Washington or Portland, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to the Portland metro. Jesse's obsessed with the Portland market, the Portland metro market, and we've come up with a list of 15 neighborhoods that are the most demanded neighborhoods. It's very surprising to see some of these. You are not going to want to miss the number one most demanded neighborhood, so stay tuned to the very end. Jesse, we can't talk about this most demanded list without talking about the criteria. Let them know why these neighborhoods are so demanded.
So basically, these are the most demanded neighborhoods based on the amount of inventory that hit the market in the first 3 quarters of the year 2019 and how many of those houses actually closed.
There's a lot of action going into these neighborhoods, and so let's just kick it off, man. Number 15 is Vancouver Lake. Let's go.
Yeah, so Vancouver Lake is to the west of I-5, right on the border of Oregon and Washington, but on the Washington side. It's very transitional, up and coming. There's lots of great value down there. There's a road called the Fruit Valley Road that actually runs all the way along the main part of Vancouver Lake. If you're looking for a house that's, I'd say some tougher parts of town, that's probably going to be it. And the reason why is because it's like very industrial, but it's also right on the train tracks. So it's going to be very loud and noisy and just very industrial feeling down there. And, they actually built some new construction homes down there that were really inexpensive. But since they're right on the train tracks, it's just a kind of a tough sell.
So, and why would you think that you're seeing, a demanded neighborhood there? Is it the new construction and affordability then?
Oh, it's 100% the affordability. It is a place that you can go in and buy, something that's really nice for a very inexpensive, value. Mm-hmm. But also, like, even if it's a resale home, the location's really nice. And, there's, like I was saying, there's been a lot of developers going in there and buying, fix and flip. So you get a house in there for, say, $100,000 and then turn around and sell it for $250,000. So there's lots of great opportunities for, mini gentrification.
Investors beware. All right, let's go to number 14. It is the Five Corners Vancouver Mall area.
This is a place that's it kind of like sprawls out a little bit. So it's in between 205 and I-5, so directly in the middle. Then it goes up to the north of I-5, or 205, sorry, mm-hmm. and which is to the east of I-5. But yeah, this is a great spot. This kind of like incorporates in between Salmon Creek and Orchards. It's, you're going to get some nice lots out there, really nice size homes. This is actually like one of the top selling areas. They had 486 closed sales in the first 3 quarters, and the median house price was $335. But I definitely think, a lot of people that we talk to like to look up in this area just because it is kind of like in the countryside. So if you're looking for, some land as well, there are some spots out there for that.
You guys watching this right now, a little surprised, a lot of these neighborhoods are in Vancouver. We are getting so much attention up there, and we're licensed up there. So we're helping a lot of clients work up there. And that's why, Jesse knows these areas so well. So number 13 on the list is the Hazel Dell area, another area up in Vancouver.
Yeah, so this one is, right off of I-5, and it goes on the east side and the west side of the I-5. And it's one of those ones, too, that's kind of like it runs through some industrial areas. You got Costco. You got a lot of distributor business up there. The homes, the median sales price in this neighborhood was $330,000. So, I mean, you are definitely looking at some homes that are entry level or first time home buyers. And the neighborhoods are just, you're not going to see a lot of like restaurants and shops and a lot of entertainment, but it is very affordable living out there. And there are big parks around that have like accessibility to like playing in those like, sporting leagues and different types of things that are really growing out there. So when you drive through those areas, you'll definitely see like the construction going on.
Now they've, obviously been seeing the map as I drop it in. How far like a drive is it to downtown Vancouver where you have endless shops, restaurants, bars?
Oh, like 10-minute drive.
Yep. So just letting you guys know, it is close to those if you don't have them, right down the street. So let's move on to number 12, and we will drop south of the Columbia and go to Milwaukee.
Yeah, so Milwaukee is actually a town right by where I grew up when I was a kid, and it's to the south of Portland. It's right on the Willamette River, and to the west of the 205. But the median home sales price in there was $380,000, and I was actually over there the other day with some clients showing a house in there, and I was like really it was unbelievable like how nice some of these neighborhoods were. So like even in that lower price point, I think those are a lot of entry level homes, and this is also taken into consideration like townhouses and condos. But when I saw like detached single family homes that were 4 beds, 2,500 square foot, and they were priced in the high 400s, high 400s into the low 500s, I was really impressed in like how much you could get for your home, because the lots were really big too. The house I looked at was a quarter acre lot, 2,800 square foot home, and it was priced at $475.
Great location, close to the 205, like you said, and really not too far from, southeast Portland, Selwood, Moreland neighborhoods. So really close there. Great spot.
Yeah, the thing I really like about Milwaukee too is they just extended the Max line all the way into Milwaukee. So if you do work downtown, you need to take public transportation. The Max line runs. You can park at the Park and Ride and take it straight into downtown, and that's only probably like another like 7 miles into downtown Portland from Milwaukee. So it's really close.
And number 11, we're gonna go up into Nopo into St. John's.
Yeah, St. John's. I saw that there was 408 closed sales in the first 3 quarters. Median sales price was $389. So this is like another place that's really close to downtown. You also have like you're close to Kenton and Mississippi, so there's tons of entertainment value over there. But the affordability in St. John's is still very entry level, and that's like the reason that I think it's a hot neighborhood, because it's super just traditional old Portland, the St. John's Bridge, Cathedral Park, and they're doing a lot of things like really revive the neighborhoods out there. And I think this is like if you're looking for a really inexpensive like safe place to live, it's definitely going to be in St. John's.
Yeah, I was talking to Addison the other day, and we've done, some videos on North Portland top 3 neighborhoods. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But Kenton, like he mentioned, St. John's, Mississippi, these are all areas that maybe 10 years ago you really didn't want to be, and now are really cleaning up, seeing a lot of young professionals and even retirees going there. So you got to reach out to us. We'll show you the exact locations that are awesome there, but it's cool to see St. John's on the map. Number 10 is Oak Grove and North Clackamas.
Yeah, Oak Grove and North Clackamas. These actually like butt right up to Milwaukee, so it's no surprise that these ones are also on the list. The median sales price in these neighborhoods was basically $399, and this is another just great spot if you're looking for like good freeway access. The community, like the sports programs and the schools are pretty good over there, and it's really close to downtown Portland, so it's really one of those like first suburbs on the east side that you come to if you're like looking to be in the flats and you don't want to move up to Happy Valley. This is a really great option.
Number 9 on the list, Tualatin.
Yeah, Tualatin. So our first West Side neighborhood, cresting into the top 10, and they had 284 home sales, but the median price was $462. So you can definitely see like on the east side versus Vancouver. Now we get over to the west side, and the median price starts creeping up quite a bit. And this is going to be really, really family focused community. They have tons of parks, recreation, tons of like just mature old growth timber out there. There's a golf club and lots of great things to do. There's a lake, a downtown area, and you're close to wine country, 8 miles of downtown Portland. So it's a very, very centralized location.
Sounds perfect, right? Yeah, you have the Bridgeport Village there, which is like 100 outdoor, walking mall shops, and Tualatin's incredible. I live really close to it, and I utilize it all the time. So we will move back up across the border. Number 8 is East Mill Plain.
Yeah, so East Mill Plain, this is going to be right on the border of Oregon and Washington on that Vancouver side. The median price in there was $329. Only 253 homes sold. So you can definitely tell that there's like not as many homes as some of the other parts of Vancouver. And it's going to be another one of those ones where it's very like working class style homes. It's not going to be like a really high end type of living, but it's just very, very entry level and a great value if you're looking to get into your first time home and you don't have a lot of money in your budget.
We're saying, these are highly demanded neighborhoods. So obviously, with that whole belt in Vancouver, just north of downtown, I mean, there's a common theme here. So something's going on. Like everybody's really starting to like these areas and move in there. I just see a commonality here. Can you kind of touch on that?
Yeah, honestly, like what it is, it's when we look at homes and work with clients in that low 300 range, I mean, it's like a freaking battle to like get some of these offers. A lot of these houses have multiple offers, but over there they have so many of them.
Yeah.
So, but they also have houses in the 200,000 range, which obviously brings the median, because the median basically is just the middle between the highest home sold and the lowest, not the average.
Yeah.
So, this actually gives us a really good indication of like, if we know the median price is 300,000, I mean, you're probably looking at a 250 and a 350 was the lowest and the highest. So that's just a really good benchmark. And that's why I think that whole belt line is so hot, because you have so many great options of houses in those 300 range.
Number 7 is Cascade Park, another one up there.
Yeah, so Cascade Park actually is moving to the east of the 205, but it directly butts up to the previous location. It's the exact same thing that I was just referencing, is that, it really just starts moving into like a, very entry-level style homes and amazing affordability. But the median sales price in this neighborhood was $379. So you're really getting, the further east you go, you're getting into that Fisher's Landing, you're getting into that Camas area, which is going to definitely bring the home value price up. So there was 333 homes sold in this location. And, the location to the proximity to the freeways and the river are very, very close. So you could definitely see why this is a hotbed.
Okay, here's another one with no surprise at all. Number 6 is North Hillsboro.
North Hillsboro, right there on the west side, there was 464 homes sold, so a ton of houses. The median price sale was 405, and this is really where like you're going to see like the Intels right close to Nike, but this also pulls in like North Plains as well. And there's tons of new construction out there in the farmlands, and a lot of the people are actually wanting to sell their the house in the last development they bought in there and buying the new one. So that's bringing up a lot of great sales. But yeah, you can get Hillsboro was like ranked the most affordable city to live in Oregon based on the average household earners and the price of the home. So if you're looking for a great place to live and affordability and super great neighborhoods, I definitely say Hillsboro is like one of those areas that is still like up and coming, and Orenco Station is one of the best places to live.
We did a killer video, most affordable city to live in Portland, Oregon, so go check that out. Number 5, we're getting into the top 5, is back up in the Couve, and that is Evergreen.
Yeah, so Evergreen is going to be right above Cascade Park, and it's going to be off 205 to the east. You're getting out a little bit further into like farm country. Like you're getting bigger lots. There are some more mature homes as well, but the median price was 325. So you're just really looking in those like 300s. It's just a really hot price point out there. And
so you're low 300s in a lot of these areas. At the time we're watching this, December of 2019, historically low interest rates. So I mean, just juicy low payments on those houses. And with Vancouver starting to explode like that, incredible opportunities for your equity home value to continue to grow. We're going to go into number 4, which is the Minnehaha.
Minnehaha is it's another spot in Vancouver. It kind of like straddles I-5 to the east and the west. But there was 177 home sales, and the median price was 350. So as you get a little bit further north, the price is going to go up a little bit just because you're getting bigger lots, bigger homes. It's right off the SR 500, which is like another arterial road that runs east to west on the furthest north point. So yeah, that's like houses are going to be nice, yards are going to be nice, school districts are going to be good. So lots of great benefits up there.
So Vancouver's got a lot of them going, but that is the last of it, and we are in the top 3, and they are all in a very non-surprising area. Number 3 is Tigard.
You and I both know this very well. There was 550 home sales in the last 3 quarters, and the median price was $428,250. And I would say like Tigard, I've owned 2 houses out there, and I absolutely love that area. It's super safe. It's convenient. The neighborhoods are great. The community's amazing. There's lots of things to do. There's tons of trails, nature hikes, restaurants, bars. The school systems are really good. As you know, I mean, you got kids in the school system, it's a great spot to live.
Yeah, and the northern Tigard border, southern Beaverton border right there is a ton of new construction. We've done so many videos on that. You probably know all about it by now, but that's probably factoring into is all those new construction homes in incredible school districts. So, all right, so number 2 is South Aloha.
Aloha is one of these places on the west side where you can get a detached single family home, say it's a 3-bed, 1.5 bath or 2 bath, for the 325 to 350 range, it's going to be really competitive. But if you're looking for a house that's like a starter home, that's going to be the place to go, in my opinion. The median price point was 345, but it's right in between like Beaverton, Hillsboro, Southwest Portland. So it's going to be like right in an amazing location, especially if you're working at like Intel or Nike or looking to purchase a rental home for people that work out there.
Definitely an area that's cleaning up. And yeah, we've talked about that a bunch too as your best opportunity for, if you're trying to spread that money out a little bit and save a little bit. So Aloha, check out that area. And then number 1 is South Beaverton.
Yeah, South Beaverton is number 1. The median price point was 420,000, and the average days on market was 19 days. So it's definitely like fast turns out there. And this is going to be the location where like Nike World Headquarters is. There is an Intel. It's right off of 217 and butts right into Highway 26. So it's definitely a very sought out area, especially if you're looking for close proximity to downtown and enjoying that, the West Side living. So there's lots of great things to do out there, whether it's like Villa Sports or, Cooper Mountain Recreation Parks, Tualatin Valley Rec Centers, all those things. There's just a lot of things to do out there.
Yeah, and he talked about median home prices, up in Vancouver where it's like 300 or 250 and 350, and the median being 300. I think, with the median price being in the 400s there, dude, there's two bedroom, 2.5 bath, like newer townhomes right around here in the upper 200s. I just saw like 290. So, and then you have houses in Beaverton that are 800 plus. You sold a house right there for freaking 1.3 million. So,
yep.
That is it. There's a giant range, and there's so many houses, and it's really an incredible area that's growing up. But look, this is 15 of the most demanding neighborhoods. There's a lot more than that, and that is our job. We find the perfect location for you, your lifestyle, where you're working, playing, and the only way to do that is you've got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or even send us the pigeon carrier. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when moving to the Portland Metro. And until that next video, guys, we'll catch you later.